Hello. Yes, Yola, I am special. Thank you. Okay, guys, welcome to our Sunday night power plan. I have a treat for those of you that are on here or watching this. I came across, I guess it's a blog, a vlog. I'm not sure. I guess a blog because it's words. But anyway, I found this really good resource for 100 Chat GPT prompts specific to things that we could use. So I'm going to work on that with you here in a little bit. But first things first, it's already the 23rd of the month. So let's do our rate of run. To do that, you're going to get logged into your cloud. Glasses on. You're going to go right there on that very front main page, and you're going to scroll down to where it says business snapshot. You got to get past all your trackers first. Click on that gray bar that says business snapshot, and it's going to drop down another group of information. You'll see green, orange, gray, and then a bar that says qualifications. Okay. Now below qualifications, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lines, and it'll say current QV. That's the number that we want to put into our calculators. And we're going to divide it by 23 because today's the 23rd day of the month. We're trying to come up with a daily average here of what you and your team have been doing. So obviously when you divide that number by 23, you're going to have a much smaller number. But now we're going to take that smaller number and we're going to multiply it by 30 because we have 30 days for this whole month. So if on average you've been doing whatever that number was over the last 23 days, if you continue at that rate that you're on, now you have a new number that's bigger that you're looking at that is showing where you should in the month at. It's not a guarantee by any means. You could go higher, you could go lower, but it gives you an idea of where you're going to go. Our team is a little low, but that's okay. But it's good. It's good to know that. You know what I mean? It's like good to look at that. I don't like to get to the last day of the month and be like, oh, I didn't realize that we were XYZ. Like I want to know going in, are we high? Are we low? Are we on track? What's happening? So I always, excuse me, I always love doing rate of run. You guys, you know that about me. Sandra said, oh, about what? I missed it. I just see your comment that says, oh. Probably about what I was saying about the Chat GPT things. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, so looking ahead for the week to come, which is what I like to do on these Sundays, we have an auto ship coming up on Tuesday. That's our last auto ship of the month. So again, if your number was a little low, know that you have an auto. You know what? Do you guys know how to estimate your incoming auto ship total volume, I should say? If you go back into your cloud, this time click the menu button so that you can go down to, hang on a sec, let me put my glasses on, onto reports. If you go to reports and then auto ship, which is just the second in that report row, it gives you an estimated dollar amount of the auto ships you'll be bringing in. This is very handy. It's not totally accurate because obviously somebody right now could change their auto ship, but this is a handy tool to use when you're trying to look for like qualifications of say a trip or maybe you're just trying to look like how close am I going to be at the end after the last auto ship. It'll give you an idea of how many orders are going to be coming through and then how many, like what the sales are estimated to be that'll be happening. And it shows you, let me see, it's showing me the June 25th, July 5th, and July 10th. I'm sorry, my allergies are killing me. And then below that, there's another really handy little area. It's called failed auto ships. So the top one is personals. So that means your personal customers with failed auto ships. And if you look, if you some of you may not have them, some of you may have one. If you look, it'll tell you the customer name and the number. It'll also tell you the failure reason. So like I have one here showing from the 10th, it says general decline. So for whatever reason, her card was declined. Either she didn't have insufficient funds, or maybe her card has expired. So that's a point where I keep a pretty close eye on my auto ship. So when something doesn't go through, I see it. But if you haven't looked for a little while, you can look in that and you can see there may be somebody who thinks they have an auto ship coming and they might not have it coming because their card got declined somehow. Like a lot of people have their email, they give you kind of, I guess like a spam or a store email that they give out, and they don't check it every day. So even if they, like, let's say their auto ship ran, but it didn't go through because of a decline and they got an email from Lavelle, it may be in that email account, but they don't ever check. So that to me is a great way to kind of keep track of things. While we're talking about auto ships, let's go into the My Team to the My Customer button and pull up your customer list where you see it says customer number, customer name, email, phone. Scroll over until you see a box that says next auto ship. Click that box twice and it's going to populate it for you by auto ships. Look and see who is listed for June 25th. Who has an auto ship coming up? If you have not yet made contact with them, some way, shape, or form, you're going to want to make contacts with them. Sandra says, I've got to update my new card. That happens a lot. Oh, you're like new credit card. People do the new card updates. Yeah. Anytime somebody gets a new, like just I mean, like I forget how many things are set up on auto pay or auto, like auto ship. So if you cancel a card and get a brand new card altogether, or maybe you just get a revised card with a new expiration date on it, or also something to keep in mind, if you have a customer that moves and they have the card in the computer and they don't update the billing address to the new address that their bill is going to, it will also get kicked out. So there's all kinds of like safety things that'll kick a card out. And that's just something for us to, keep an eye on and know. I apparently haven't talked this much out loud until just now because I'm realizing how snotty I am. I'm sorry. Okay, so did you write down the names of anybody you have for auto ships coming up? If you did not, I want to encourage you to do that now. While we're looking at it, if you want, look and see who has an auto ship coming up on July 5th. Because hang on, let me flip my calendar real quick. I was ill prepared for this conversation.
It'll probably process the 3rd, won't it?
I was just going to say, because the 4th falls on Thursday, my thought, it's not confirmed, we don't have an email yet, but my thought is that they will process all of the auto ships on July 3rd. So I think it's important. Obviously, we have a whole week, week and a half. But I think if you are, if you want to kind of get ahead of the game, communicate this week with people who have auto ships running on the 5th, because I have a feeling they will run early, which is good because that means Lavelle's going to give people the day off on the 4th and the 5th, which hopefully they would. Does anybody have any questions so far about how to find the auto ship report, or how to find your upcoming auto ship orders, like who they are? Anybody? No? Okay. Let me see. I'm checking my notes here. I don't really have, not obviously, I shouldn't say obviously. Hopefully you guys are scheduling your Thrive and Mingles. If you started scheduling them last week, well, I guess it's been 2 weeks ago now. Yeah, 2 weeks ago. So you should have them on your calendar, the ability to do so. And I know some of you are, but this is just to throw out to anyone watching this. All you have to do is go into your cloud, go to the Thrive and Mingle, schedule your event. It's going to make you go a week out. So if you hop on right now to schedule, it won't let you do it until next Sunday. But that's why it's so important to get on there and do it now. Because if you keep thinking, oh, I'll do that tomorrow, you're just wasting the days, because you have to do it at least a week ahead. I would encourage you to pick the day. Like, go ahead and pick the day that you're going to do it. And then go reach out to people and say, hey, I'm doing a Thrive and Mingle on July 3rd. Are you available that day? If so, what times are you free, morning or evening, that kind of thing. So pick your day, get it scheduled, and then fill in the blank. Don't go try to find people and then go back to reserve it, because you're going to screw yourself up in the end. But Thrive and Mingles are a great way, virtually or in real life, to get free product, get free credits, all that fun stuff, but also just to get yourself out there on social media. I find the Facebook Lives I call it with a buddy. Like when you have your Thrive buddy on there that you're talking back and forth about Thrive with, it's so much less stressful than just trying to get on a live by yourself and just, talking about your product. I think it's so much easier if you have a buddy with you. And if you are in the position where you are like physically, you could be in the same room, that's fun too. Like you guys could literally banter back and forth on a Facebook Live. So keep an eye on your Thrive and Mingles. Keep an eye on your auto ships. I don't really have, am I missing anything? I don't have anything big listed except for the fact that this is the last week. Like when we get together next Sunday, it's going to be to get July organized. it'll have nothing to do with June at that point. That'll be month end. So yeah, I feel like that's it. So what I want to do now, I'm going to hit share my screen. First, let me put this in the, oh, that's not it. Hang on a second. I was going to share the website in the chat, but oh, isn't it fun when Tammy's in charge? Hang on. Okay, copy, come back to Zoom. Okay, paste. Okay, wow, that's a really big link. I don't know why it's so big, but that is the website I'm getting ready to take you to with all of the social media or Chat GPT prompts. So let's go ahead and share the screen. Okay, hi, here we all are. Okay, so it is called socialpilot.com. I've never been on it before. I just found it earlier today and I thought, oh my gosh, we've got to talk about this tonight. This is 100+ Chat GPT prompts for social media. You can see over here on the left, they're broken out into groups of 15. So there's 15 prompts for engaging posts, 15 prompts for writing captivating captions, 15 for boosting promotions and sales, which is the one that I was, as you can see, it's highlighted in purple here. It's the one that I was originally looking for, because I feel like when we are on brand, or I shouldn't say when I'm on brand and I'm doing a gardening video and I'm making a caption about the garden video, that just comes very easy to me. That's very natural. Like I know what I'm talking about. I know what I want to share. No big deal. But sometimes when I get to the sales ones, I'm like, oh, how do I want to word this? Because I don't want it to sound cheesy and I don't want it to be too long. So that's why I was looking for some different prompts. And so I want to just share with you. One of the prompts was describe the unique benefits of the product or service, which my Chat GPT knows what my product or service is, right? In a way that resonates with my target audience. And I like the wording, resonates with my target audience. So I popped that in here earlier and let me scooch this over. It says, sure, let's dive into the unique benefits of Thrive, because again, it knows what my product is. And ta-da, we have this, imagine waking up every day with the energy of a morning person, the focus of a Zen master, and the digestion of a health guru. That's Thrive for you. It's not a supplement, it's your secret weapon for crushing your day. Now, you could literally end it right there if you just needed something short and sweet, but then it goes into with Thrive, you get natural energy, clear focus, restorative sleep. So it just depends. Like you could take this one, I'll call it a Chat GPT snippet, and you could make a whole post out of all of this where it like literally is calling out the things. Or you know how sometimes we say to make a reel, REEL, a reel showing yourself using a product where you can just like take the lid off, pop your capsules or whatever. You could put these are the words that you could actually put over the screen: natural energy boost, clear focus, restorative sleep. Those are like the, what do I call those? What do I call those when it's like catchy? Clickbait. Those are like the clickbait titles.
Clickbait.
Yes, thank you. Those are like the clickbait titles that catch someone's attention when they're scrolling. And then you could literally just put this whole thing in your caption, or you could put on the screen, 1, 2, 3, the 5 ways I crush my day could be the words on your screen, like your video. And then you could put those things down in the caption. So just with one question to ChatGPT, you have all the stuff you can now do. And sometimes if I'm making a reel about the product, I'm like, what am I going to say? I could literally say, imagine waking up feeling with the focus of a Zen master. Like, that's funny. I could say that, right? But I wouldn't have thought to say that on my own, but here it is right there on my screen. So point being, these prompts are fabulous. So I'm going to steal another one. Let's see. Ooh, I'm going to say craft a post highlighting a bundle or combo deal for a set of products or services. Let's just see what ChatGPT thinks I would do with this. Oh, whoops. Oh, geez. Okay. I don't know why when I get on Zoom, I can't remember how to operate my computer. Okay. So ChatGPT already knows that I sell Thrive. So right away, he says Thrive's ultimate wellness bundle, ready to take your health game to the next level. Oh, hang on. It's still, say hello to our ultimate wellness bundle. He just made this up, right? Here's what's inside the magic box. Premium capsules. It says day and night. I don't know why it says that. We'd have to fix that. Ultra micronized lifestyle shake. So he's calling out the 3 steps, but he's calling it the ultimate wellness bundle. And I don't know if you guys have noticed this or not. I will be 50 this year, and I know a lot of us on here are in that range, that age range. And so sometimes when I watch social media, I giggle at just the words that the young folk use, right? And so I have noticed that they call everything viral. They'll be like, oh, have you guys tried that new viral iced tea I'm having? It's so good. Oh my gosh, did you guys try that new viral t-shirt? It's like they just make up stuff. Like if they like it and they bought it, they call it viral. So if I have it and I like it, I'm gonna call it the ultimate wellness bundle. Right? That because if somebody's been hearing you talk about the 3 steps, or maybe somebody hears 3 steps and thinks, oh, that's expensive, but ultimate wellness bundle. It's so again, it's just a matter of trying new words, trying new things to get someone's attention. So if you've talked about the 3 steps for a long time, try calling it something new. Just see what happens. So again, why settle for less when you can thrive? Exclusive deal. Get your bundle now and save 20% plus free shipping. Have you ever been like, I need to come up with a promo. I don't know what to do. Well, right there it is, 20% free shipping. He just threw it at you. Ready to feel unstoppable? Click the link in our bio and grab your bundle today. Like these are fun. This is fun. I actually like the way this sounds. So again, you can change the wording to make it sound more like you. And then just with this one thing that obviously could be a post, and it could be a picture of you holding your products, or you could be standing at your kitchen sink, mixing up your shake, talking about how you're going to share your ultimate wellness bundle. And today only, they can get it for 20% off and free shipping. And like you could literally be making your shake while you're talking about this and doing this, right? So you can turn your post into a reel. And then obviously you could put that reel on your story so that all your friends and family see it too. But I just think it's fun to try new prompts, new words, like to get new stuff out of Chat GPT. So I'm going to get out of the sales one here for a minute. Okay, and so this is one that's for generating leads and conversations, which what do we always try to do all day long? We try to ask questions, we try to start conversations. So I thought these were good too. Write a post featuring a product. Compose a post inviting readers to join our heck, I don't know. Well, let's just try this. Okay, so this says signups, but it could be maybe rethought of as like a sample. I guess. Let's see what it comes up with. So it says create a post offering a free product or service trial, encouraging signups. Free Thrive trial alert. Hey friends, ever wonder what all the buzz is about? Well, now it's your chance to find out. We're offering a free trial of our amazing health and wellness products, and trust me, you don't want to miss this. And you could call it a free trial of your ultimate wellness bundle from what we got last time. Say goodbye to your 3 p.m. slumps. Who doesn't need a little extra brain power? Wake up and feel like a brand new you. Your gut will thank you. Move freely and pain free. So blah, 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 blah. So again, do you see how just trying a new prompt? I would have never thought to write that prompt. I would have said something like, help me write a caption for a Thrive trial. And for my, I don't know, I would have come up with something. I would have typed something different. So my point is that this not little, it's over 100. 100 different prompts. Oh, so there's 15 specifically for building relationships. Oh, this might be fun. Craft a post sharing a behind the scenes look. I would actually say look at your community instead of your company, because you could talk about your team. Create a create a post celebrating the success stories of customers using your product. Let's try that. Let's see what he comes up for that. I hope you guys are having fun while I'm playing on CapCut or Chat GPT, whatever the heck I'm on. Okay, paste. Just scoot you guys back over here. Okay. Success story spotlight. Hey, Thrive family, we're throwing confetti and shining. That reminds me of Samantha throwing confetti, shining a bright spotlight in some of our incredible sex story. You know they are rock stars. Meet Sarah. So this is really writing. This is like writing out fake stories, which is kind of funny. But these stories are just so let's take from this. So I'm not obviously going to share 3 made up stories, but maybe I have a story. Maybe I've got a snippet from a story off the Lavelle fan page, or maybe I have a snippet of someone on my team. I could say this story is just the tip of the iceberg. Our Thrive community is filled with inspiring individuals who transform their lives one day at a time. Then it says, whether it's more energy, better sleep, improved digestion, or joint comfort, Thrive is helping people feel their best. So again, this is just, for me, it's just a way of, I don't know, stealing words, finding words. When your brain's not working, or you just don't know what to say, or you're so busy doing all the other things in life that are required, you can't come up with stuff. That's when I think Chat GPT really comes in handy. But also just doing a Google search of some different prompts, I think came in handy. There's also one for creating urgency, or 15, I'm sorry, for urgency and excitement and encouraging community engagement. So it's like crafting a poll, writing a post asking for user generated content, um, create a post that encourages interaction. So stuff that we try to do a lot for, like on the bingo cards where we're trying to get interactive posts. So anyway, I know that was, I don't mean to walk you through a website. I know you're all smart and you can do it, but I just wanted to show you how quick and easy it is to just copy and paste that, throw it into your Chat GPT, and then have something totally different from what I'm going to try this ultimate wellness bundle. I might even ask it. I'm going to ask it right now. What's another name we can I just want to see if I'll come up with a different name. Thrive Transformation Pack. So see, again, so you could just play with that and you could just push it till it comes up with something that jives with what you're trying, we're not even what you're trying to do, but just what feels good to you, right? Like some phrases or words might feel good to me or natural to me, and they're going to feel weird to you. So just play around with it until you get to where you want to be. Okay, well, since we're all here and we are sharing the screen, let's just go ahead into a sneak peek of our upcoming bingo cards for the week. And I don't know why, but every time we're on Zoom, Canva goes really, really slow. So I apologize. Any questions about Chat GPT or what we just went over? Why this is, and you'll have to unmute and tell me because I can't see you all while we're doing the screen share thing.
I just went in there and I had asked her for, like 10 different words for, what this buzzword was or this buzzword.
Yeah.
And then I had also found on Instagram, oh gosh, I can't think of what page it is, but it talked all about Chat GPT stuff. And so you can learn and glean from that as well on the daily. They give Chat GPT helpful hints.
Yeah. Oh, I zoomed in. I did not mean to zoom in. Hang on. Wow, that got out of hand. If you come across that Instagram page, let me know and we can always throw it in the chat. Okay, so, okay, now I mean to zoom in because we're on the right day. Okay, so tomorrow, and again, I'm not going to go over the whole thing. I'm just going to go over the things that I feel like you want to be prepared for. Going live on Facebook to share something from your brand and or your June passion project. So if you want to share something from your brand, maybe your brand is, in my case, gardening. Maybe your passion project is getting more protein, or maybe your brand is Thrive and you just want to go over something with Thrive. That could be going live, Facebook Live with another Thriver. You're going to create a reel that's related to the community that you've built with the business. So that tends to go back to, it could be something as simple as maybe there's a person that you've met in this business. Like maybe you're new and there's a person you've met in this business who has really inspired you or just uplifted you. You could just literally make a reel about that. Or maybe you've been with this company a long time, you've been on lots of trips, all the things, and you just want to like do a CapCut template and throw all that stuff in and talk about what the community means. It could go any direction. Point of view in your story. So again, that's just a sneak peek of your day. So at least 3 times tomorrow, you're going to just pop your camera out and show what's going on around you. What are you doing? Are you cleaning out your sock drawer? Are you at your desk at work? Are you throwing in a little laundry? Like whatever it is you're doing, you're just going to give little sneak peeks that you don't have to, you don't sweat these. You don't have to have a whole monologue with them if you don't want. People understand. Like if you're sitting at the lunch table or whatever, eating, and you just prop your phone up and you know, whatever, people understand what you're doing. If you want to give a monologue and be like, oh, throw in the laundry, and that's cool too, but don't feel like you have to. You're going to share a link in your story with a sample pack using your face and voice. So if you already have an archived story where you've used your face and voice and you've offered a sample pack, go find that bad boy and have it ready. Or if tomorrow morning you're getting up and doing the whole shower with the hair and the makeup and the whole thing, do it in the morning before you head out for work. Excuse me. Social media posts with a Monday theme, Motivation Monday, Magic Monday, Money Monday. I mean, you name it, there's a bunch of Mondays. All right, so Tuesday, we got our team Zoom. This one I want to just break down just in case. So it's a behind the scenes in your story of what you're doing, because Thrive allows you to feel good. So if you're playing with your grandkids, you can have a little snippet of that, and then you can put the words over that, like, thank God Thrive allows me, my joints feel so much better and I can play with my grandkids. If you are, maybe it's 9 o'clock at night, you've worked all day, you've done all the things, you've been to soccer practice, you've made dinner, and you're cleaning the kitchen, you could say, thank goodness my Thrive is, allows me to stay focused until the very end. Whatever, something like that. So it's the thought is that you're not just sharing, like, the day before, we're just giving points of view, just sneak peeks. This one, we're actually sharing something that we know we're doing in our life because of Thrive. And it could even be, let's flip that. It could even be monetary. So I could climb in my Land Rover tomorrow and be like, that's unbelievable that this is what I drive thanks to my Thrive, right? Like, that's not anything that was on my life bingo card before Thrive. So it could be the product or that the monetary version. Social media post, 2 friends, talk. You're going to talk in your stories about your capsules and what they do for you. You're going to save that to your camera roll, because later in the week, you're going to make a reel out of it. So this is where we're going to kill 2 birds, 1 stone. So early on in the week, you're going to just film yourself for like less than a minute, talking in your stories about popping your capsules and why you take them and why you love them and what they do for you. And then save that. Don't get rid of that. We'll archive anyway, but save that, because later on this week, you're just going to reshare it as a reel, because we're working smarter, not harder. Okay. Hello message. Does everybody here have some sort of hi, hello, how are you? Nice to meet you. Thanks for the follow, whatever kind of message that you send out to people? It could be an introductory message where you've never met somebody before, or it could, like in this case, it's a hello to 5 people who follow you. If you don't have followers, you can send it to 5 friends that you don't chat with a lot. So let's say you don't have new followers from last week, but you can go back through your friends list and see who you haven't spoken with in a really long time. And then you could like, hey, your face popped up in my feed or whatever. For those of you that are like, I don't know who to even talk to me, it's overwhelming to go through my friends list. What I find easier is to go into Messenger and just scroll until it's been a few months. Like, look at the date, it's been a few months. And then obviously I haven't talked to those people in a few months because our message has been silent for a few months. So that's a quick way to do that. Hero product, talk to your story, why you decided to promote, end of the month, checklist, day. Okay, create a reel that's a day in the life perspective. Please know a day in the life doesn't mean it has to be that same day. It's just the idea of how you typically spend your day. So if you go back to your stories over the last 3 weeks and you see one where you're taking your capsules in the morning, or one where you're taking your walk, or you're working out in the morning, and then 2, you're packing lunches, and then 3, you're, I don't know, at work, like whatever, you can just piece all those together. You don't literally have to film all that one day. However, you can. So you can do it either or. But if you're stressed out and you're busy that day, or start things. So that's the 26th, which is Wednesday. So get it. You're going to have 3 behind the scenes, or points of view on Monday. Keep in mind, what am I doing? Well, can I also reuse that on Wednesday when I go to do this day in that life perspective? And then same with the behind the scenes thing on Tuesday. So as your week, Monday's happening, Tuesday's happening, you could be capturing little things that then you could put together for that. What the little song, like everything is content, like literally filming everything. Talking in your stories and share your morning routine outside of Thrive. So again, we are Thrivers, but we are also human, which means we do more than Thrive. We brush our teeth. We might have a skincare routine. It could be your Thrive skincare routine. Actually, now that I said that, we have maybe your hair care. Maybe it's your morning meditation. Maybe it's your daily walk, like whatever, like something that you do every morning, not popping your capsules, because we like to show that we are well-rounded individuals, not a cult. All right, 27th. Follow up here. We got point of view again, 3 points of view. This one are to emphasize your brand. So pick what you want to be about that day. So for example, on Monday, we're just doing point of view. And like I said, it could be totally random all over the place. On Thursday, pick, what do I want to be about today? Am I going to be about this, building this business? And I'm going to be showing me talking on a Zoom, and then me maybe planning my calendar, and then maybe me packing a sample pack. That would be 3 points of view all on brand, versus, you know, being all over the place. Create a real focus on your brand. Oh, send your closest working upline, your that says June business goals. That should say July business goals. Oh no. Let me see if I can fix that. I bet people have already got it scheduled to save. That's all right. We always mess something up. So you're going to be sending your July business goals, to start thinking about that. Thrifty Thursday, we're going to talk in your stories, showing your face and using your voice, about the Thrive for Free Refer To program. That's like the thriftiest of thrifty for Thrive, right? Say that 4 times fast. Share a funny quarter meme, easy peasy. Funny Friday. Clam. Does everyone know what clam means? Comment, like, add message. We're going to share a story of a sample pack. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze again. Here, we're going live again. Share something regarding your brand, like a how-to, a tool, a tip, a funny story, ask a question. So I'm gonna, because I know Sandra, I'm gonna pick on Sandra, and I'm gonna say one of her, like, you know, country Sandra brand. A how-to could be, she could talk about how she makes her strawberry jam. A tool, she could talk about maybe she likes to use a funnel to pour her hot jam into the jars. A tip, maybe she finds it important to boil them a little longer than they say. I don't know, making stuff up. A funny story, she could talk about a time that she spilt jam everywhere. And or she could just, and then or ask a question. So like if somebody is asked, like if you can think back to your reels over the last month or so, what's a commonly asked question that you're getting? Then you could even talk about that. Refer to Chat GPT. That'll be easy for you guys because we just have all those prompts. Sample pack. Okay. And technically this would be next week. So this is the last day of the month. Oh my gosh. So create a story using the ask a question feature. You guys, the reason that we try to use the features in our stories, it's twofold. Number one, asking a question hopefully get you some interaction. But number two, when social media platforms have features like that, they want you to use them. So I try really hard to use the captions, to use the GIF, to add the music, to do, you know, add the location. I try to do that stuff because I know that they like that. So they show it to more people. Hero product, 2 businesses, point of view. I don't see anything. Yeah, I don't see anything from here till the end of the month that's too taxing or different or stressful. It's just really a matter. The theme that I feel like kept coming across here this last week is sharing yourself. Oh, I went there and asked several different words. Okay, was like sharing yourself, sharing your behind the scenes, your points of view, your why you like to promote, your what you're doing in the morning. So if that makes you nervous, let me stop the share. And I understand that because I know it makes a lot of people nervous. There's a couple ways you can do these things. You're going to have more bonding with potential customers if you are using your face and your voice. But if that stresses you out, at least get started turning the camera. So maybe let's say you were going to share your how you make your shake. Instead of having the camera filming you do all this stuff, you could just set the camera up and you could just have it just show your hands putting the shake together. You know what I mean? But I would still use my voice in the background because your voice is what seals it. That's how people get to know, like, and trust you. That's how they get to understand. Plus, you guys have all probably had this happen in your life. I know I've had it happen way too many times. Someone is texting you or you're texting someone or even emailing and you write something, but they read it differently, right? Because they read it in the voice and the tone that they think you're talking in, when maybe in real life you weren't. So, you know, maybe you put on the caption something about why wouldn't you want to feel better? You know, why wouldn't you want to try thrive and feel better? Well, somebody might read that as you being like condescending and be like, well, why wouldn't you want to do that? Like, that's dumb. Why wouldn't you want to do that? Whereas if you were using your voice, you'd be like, oh my gosh, why wouldn't you want to do that? Like, you're so worth it. Like, you would have a totally different inflection. So that's why it's so important to use your voice as often as possible. So if you're nervous about your face, ease into it, but I'm telling you, people get over it. This is what I look like half the time on my reels. It doesn't stop anybody from talking to me. Actually, I think when you look super cute 24/7, that will stop some people from talking to you, because then they're like, holy crap, how do they keep, how can I keep up with this person? So just be you. And like I said, this week it feels very, not vulnerable, but maybe vulnerable. There's a lot of like behind the scenes point of view stuff this week. So just be prepared to just try to keep your camera out. When I'm on vacation, my camera's always out. I'm always like, oh, that is so pretty. Oh, that is so neat. Oh my gosh, I've never seen that before. Oh my goodness, that's a new bird. Oh, you right? Like, you're just like, oh, picking up on all these things. Even at like a hotel, sometimes you're like, oh my gosh, that carpet is so pretty. Oh my gosh, I've never seen a chandelier like that. Like, you're really like taking everything in. Start looking at your day to day like that. Like, oh my gosh, I'm making my shake again. Like, oh my goodness, I'm out taking my morning walk. Oh my gosh, my dogs are barking and being precious. Oh my goodness, my grandkids are here and they just made a mess in my kitchen. Like, start thinking like how fun all of these little things in your day to day are, and capture them, because when it comes time to then upload stuff, you've got tons. You'll have tons on your camera roll already. It makes your life so much easier. So that's it. That's all I have for you. Hopefully the Chat GPT prompts are helpful. Let me know if you use them and if you get anything good out of it. And I'll be watching your social medias to see if there's some new stuff going around. So I'll see you guys next Sunday. Bye.